So if you want something made, whether it's visual or, sewing or electronics, I do it. So please hire me.
I love it. You're
hired. Is that
good?
good?
Yeah, that was so good. Gianni is hired for everything ever. Okay. Okay, we're rolling. My heart is racing. Oh my gosh. I feel like that one song just came to mind. My heart is racing. My face is flushing. What is that feeling? You know, Wicked. Loathing?
What is that from? Wait, what is that from?
Wicked.
No,
Loathing. What?
Oh God,
Loathing.
I just saw Wicked. Oh, okay.
You know Loathing.
Okay, have you seen the movie? I know, yeah. Yes. Well, I know Defying Gravity. You saw the movie? Is it good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yes, it's amazing.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you've got to see it.
Okay.
You know what's so epic about it? They shot it like a TikTok, in my opinion. Like the dance routines and everything. It's like the camera moves with the routine. And it's just so, oh my God, it's so good. You've got to rent it. So, okay, whoa. I guess I should do an intro here because we just jumped right in, but this is fabulous.
That's fine.
I'm Daniella.
That's great.
That's fine. We're good. We got this. Okay. And I am recording. So that we lost our co-host, and by lost, I just mean he's having some tech issues. So today Gianni is not only our beloved guest, but he's also just kind of going to co-host with me. We got this. I am Daniella.
Taking over the show.
Yes, it's a Gianni takeover. So I am Daniella, and this is the Young Entertainment Podcast. Gianni DeCenzo is here with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited. I didn't realize I was co-hosting now. I'm here forever.
You're here forever. Okay, and this is awesome. Let me just give you a little behind the scenes sneak peek right now. Our co-host / producer, I have my Google Doc open with like my questions for you, and he is typing a little message to me to try to get through to me. So he's saying, "Are you okay on your own?" And I'm going to say, "I am okay." Smiley face, so he knows that we are good to go. Okay, it's like communicating through courier pigeon. I don't know. Okay, so let's jump into. You've sent a pigeon to someone when you needed to communicate with them.
I bet. Well, I meant more the Google Doc, but yeah, I could do pigeon one day. We'll see.
One day
we'll bring it back.
We'll bring it back sometime. Like, doesn't that sound kind of nice? Like, just take a slow pace of life. Let's use a courier pigeon instead of texting, maybe.
I'd love to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I mean, it'd be cheaper. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be cheaper. Instead of like paying per text
unlimited
on our phone
minutes?
plan. Yeah. Unlimited pigeons.
Yeah.
Yes. I love this. Okay. So let's just introduce you though. And it's going to be a tongue twister for me. So just bear with me. So, okay. We are interviewing
you got it.
Gianni DeCenzo today. We are so excited to have you, seriously. You are best known for your role as Dimitri Alexopoulos. Did I nail that?
Perfect.
Okay.
No, you nailed it. That's perfect. Yeah.
I got really nervous on that one. Okay, in Netflix's hit series, Cobra Kai, which is now in its 6th and final season, his character's evolution went from an underdog to a confident fighter. And he is now a fan favorite. Well, he's always been a fan favorite, but also acting has always been in Gianni's blood. His parents met in an acting class, and he landed his first commercial at just 8 years old. Since then, he's built a very impressive career, starring in Disney's Coop and Cammy, Ask the World, Liv and Maddie, Nickelodeon's 100 Things to Do Before High School, and more. He trained at Warner Laughlin Studios, gaining experience in short films before transitioning to TV and film. Now, with Cobra Kai coming to an end, Gianni is excited for what's next. He joins Young Entertainment Podcast right now to discuss his journey, career highlights, and what the future holds. Okay, did I get those facts straight?
Oh, yeah. It's great. Perfect. Makes me sound way more important than I am. I love it.
Okay, no, I'm sure you're super important, and you're gonna love this next question. Okay, so give us the Gianni elevator pitch. Like, who is Gianni in 10 seconds? Say we are in an elevator, and I'm like, who are you? What are you about? Go for it. Drop your pitch.
Oh my God. Okay. God. I hope I get picked up to network. Okay. Hi. I'm Gianni DeCenzo. I am an actor from a very young age. I've been acting for 15 years. It's my life. I love it so much. I can't do anything else except for art. I love all sort of forms of art. So if you want something made, whether it's visual or sewing or electronics, I do it. So please hire me.
I love
I
it.
get
You're
that? Is that
hired.
good?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was so
Yay.
good. Johnny is hired for everything ever. Okay, so obviously, elephant in the room, although I don't know that it's an elephant because it's so cool. So you got to work on Disney Channel. That is, hello,
Yes.
everyone's dream. So can you please share, what was that experience like? I'm sure it was so multifaceted, but walk us through. What's it
Yeah.
like being on Disney Channel?
I mean, it's really cool. I really like the way that Disney Channel and Nickelodeon film their stuff. It's still kind of a multicam sort of a vibe, and I love doing multicam, energy comedy. And yeah, working on Disney Channel especially is pretty fun. I got to do like a guest thing on Liv and Maddie. I played the young Joey, the brother on that show. And then Coop and Cammy, like you said, which I was recurring a couple of times on that one. It's really cool. And, they really treat their young actors very well. They always take time for class. They make sure they block it out so, they're learning something. And it's just a very safe environment. And plus they have really good peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I got one every single day on set. It was great.
Really? So that was your go-to snack
Oh, yeah.
at Crafty?
Oh, easily. Yeah, no, the Crafty, don't get me started on Crafty, man. I live there. When I'm not on set, I'm in Crafty. Terrible.
Okay, so break it down for our listeners who might not know what Crafty is. Tell us a little bit. What is Crafty? And
Oh.
obviously, besides PB&J, what else did they have?
Crafty is both the best and worst place you could ever be on a set. It is just a table full of snacks and just junk food. Basically anything to get you through your 12-hour day. They have everything. They have coolers full of every soda you could imagine. On the set of Cobra Kai, on Cobra Kai, one of my co-stars, Jacob, who plays Hawk, he would get an Uncrustable because they would have like an abundant supply of those. He would get the strawberry Uncrustable. So
Delish.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining it well enough, but yeah, that's it.
Oh no, you're explaining it great. I will say, what am I think you could qualify it as a Crafty. One time when I was working on a set for a show, they built a whole Starbucks inside the soundstage, and it was like a free Starbucks that you could go get food and drinks at any time of day, and it was just like unlimited Crafty. But they literally built the Starbucks inside the soundstage and then tore it down when filming was done. It was crazy. I know.
That's insane. I've never had that. Now, every time I go onto a set, I'm going to have it in my contract that they have to build me a Starbucks. That's insane.
A demand from Gianni. That's his, what's it called? Oh my God, what's that list called when a star requires something? Your writer, right? That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've never had a list of things I've needed until now.
Until now. Now you're going to be making your list. Okay, so Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to do... Oh, Mordecai's here.
I'm back. I made it.
Oh my God. Hi.
What's up?
Okay, so Mordecai is founder of Young Entertainment. He's the one that sets all these interviews up. And obviously, you know Gianni, so we're having a great time over here. We're so glad you could join.
Yeah, I mean it. It was like audio issues, so now I'm back. I'm here.
Okay, we're glad that you're here.
Welcome.
We were just talking all
nice to
about
meet you.
Crafty. Oh, sorry.
Nice to meet you.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh, no, sorry. There's a line.
I heard a little bit about like Starbucks. There was a Crafty, and like everyone had. Yeah, no, I definitely heard that.
Okay, good. You are all caught
wild.
up then. I was just about to ask Gianni if he, being on Disney Channel, if he ever got to do the wand. Did you ever get to do the wand?
No, I'm so jealous. Jacob, who's obsessed with Uncrustables, he got to do the one. He played Kirby Buckets. One day, if I go back to Disney Channel, I got a lead in something. I'll do it. Those look hard.
Yeah, you will do it.
Those look like really difficult though. Have you seen the bloopers behind those? It's like
Yes.
I don't think I could handle it. They'd have to like edit it in post or, CGI me. I don't know.
That's so funny. It is hard. I remember when that trend was going on TikTok, and so like I tried doing it, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like trying to figure out like actually how to do it. But yes, we have no doubt you're gonna get your wand moment, especially after they see this elevator pitch that you just did. They're gonna be like, call him in for the wand right now. Mordechai, he did his elevator pitch earlier, and it was so good.
Oh God! Okay. I would have practiced it more if I knew what was at stake here. Okay, all right, that's fine.
No, it was so good. Okay, so if you could pick one single favorite thing about working on Disney Channel, what was your favorite experience that you ever had?
I really enjoyed the auditioning process. I just gotta say that was really fun because when I auditioned for Coop and Cammy, I got to do a chemistry read with all of the producers in there, and it's really fun getting to perform for people. I don't know. It's really cool. And then just like seeing all the crazy stuff they come up with in those episodes. Like they have those kids like doing insane. There was one episode on Koopa Cammy where they had like worms falling onto someone. I think I don't know who it was, but I just love doing wacky stuff like that. No, I don't think so. I think they were like gummy worms. I mean, if you want to drop real worms on me, I would do it. Why not? That's fine.
Bring back Fear Factor, right?
Oh my gosh.
You would do Fear Factor for Disney Channel? Let's do that.
Oh, I'm ready.
Cool. Oh, that's such a good idea. Okay, so obviously you've had this amazing career going from Disney to Netflix. What has that been like?
It's been insane. I mean, because this show originally did not start out on Netflix. It was on YouTube Originals. It was like called YouTube Red at the time. And we had filmed our third season with YouTube, but then they dropped all of their projects. And so we had this entire third season and nowhere to go. And Netflix, they set up a home for us. And it's been great. I mean, the outreach that they have, it's awesome. I mean, there's people from all around the world that enjoy watching the show, and to be able to be a part of something that so many people everywhere can enjoy, it's really a treat. I mean, it's an actor's dream. I'm very happy.
Yeah, and you hit the nail on the head as far as like what a dream for it to be picked up by Netflix and them having such a big fan base. It's so cool. And I'm sure you could probably get stopped all the time on the street, and they're like, "It's Gianni, we want to take a picture with them." So I'm sure that's just been such a cool experience.
Yeah, no, it's really sweet. I love it when like I go to conventions sometimes. I'll get like little kids in like their karate gi. And in the show, I get beat up a lot. So when we take pictures together, I let the kids, punch me in the face. It's great. It's fine.
I'm sure that they absolutely love that. They're going to remember that for forever. That's so cool. Okay, so here at Young Entertainment, we are all about masterclass moments because we have a lot of aspiring actors and actresses and creative young individuals that want to do exactly what you're doing. So we're going to ask you a few questions, maybe from like I guess more of a technical standpoint, or maybe that's how you can look at the lens in which you kind of give these answers. And I know that this one is going to sound really basic, but in a nutshell, we get messages all the time from young people. How do you get on Disney Channel? And I know it's a very complex answer, but in a nutshell, how would one get on Disney Channel?
Well, okay, I could speak from my experience. I started when I was 8 years old. I just went up to my parents and said like, "Hey, I want to try acting." And so my mom put me in my best little button up. We took pictures in like the backyard, sent that out to agents, did a bunch of short films for free just to like kind of get experience on being on set, build up a resume or what you might call like a reel, which is basically just, a bunch of clips of you doing different roles, different parts in different ways. And then when you get an agent and a manager, they will then send you out on auditions. And the good thing about auditions now is they're mostly self-tape. So it used to be that you had to be in LA, but you could be pretty much anywhere in the world now, and you could self-submit like a self-tape. So when you do those, you'll do an audition, and then it'll come to callbacks where you'll do it again. And then you have what's called chemistry reads. And in that, you would kind of go in person or through Zoom, read with someone else that is also up for the part because they're trying to mix and match who they want to be in this show. And if you get through all of those, they'll have you sign a little contract that says, we want you to be on the show. It's a long process. I mean, like I said, I've been doing this since I was 8, so about 15 years. So if it's really something that you love and enjoy, I would say the best advice for it is to really just stick with it. It is a very, you got to be patient. It's a very long game sort of a thing. I mean, I've done auditions that I haven't heard anything for like 5 months and I just completely forget about it. And then, that day, 5 months later, they're like, oh, we want you to come in again. So you never know. It's kind of a crazy thing.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my God, that was so good. That was Masterclass Moments 101 in under 30 seconds. You just absolutely nailed that. That is so good. And that's going to be so helpful for young actors. Yeah, so good.
I'm actually curious, Gianni, when you auditioned for Cobra Kai, who were you chemistry reading with? Or were you chemistry reading with?
The Cobra Kai, so auditioning can be different for everything. I actually never did a chemistry read for Cobra Kai. I did one audition, and it was the first scene that we ever meet my character. I read it it was just one other person in the room. I read it twice, and I got the call like that weekend to fly out to Atlanta to film. Because they were moving really fast, and so it was like a quick turnaround. They needed someone like right away. I know that Sholo, who plays Miguel in it, he did do like a bunch of chemistry reads. He read with William Zabka, who plays Gianni in the show. So it's always different, it's never the same experience. You got to stay on your toes.
Wow, that's fascinating. So that's so cool. Okay, so what is one thing that you learned from being on Disney Channel specifically that you brought into your acting in Cobra Kai?
I mean, okay, with Disney Channel, it's always big, I would say. The acting is big. Everything's big. There's no small, subtle moments on Disney Channel. And so it kind of just helped free me up, because as you get older, you kind of become a little bit guarded or self-conscious. And as an actor, that can be death. You don't want to be watching yourself. So being on a show where you get a bunch of worms thrown onto you and you're constantly making these crazy faces or doing these crazy things, it helps you get off of yourself because you don't want to be focusing inward. It's a tricky thing to learn, but it's an important lesson that definitely Disney Channel helped me with.
Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, so another acting question for you. So you personally, as an actor, when the director calls action, what is going through your head at that moment when he calls action?
I just try to be in the scene,
Yeah.
Everything, the moment before, I'm thinking like, okay, who am I? Where am I? What was the moment before this? Trying to get myself into the world of the character, get inside the character's mind. And then when they call action, I'm in it. For me, what really helps is I really memorize my lines like crazy. I want my lines drilled into my head so that way when I'm doing the scene, I'm not thinking about the next word to say. Because when you're having a conversation with someone in real life, you're not thinking ahead like, okay, I'm going to need to say this then next. You're very present with them. So, I drill my lines. It helps me a lot.
I love it. What is your personal trick for memorizing lines?
I just repeat them over and over again like a madman. I sound insane. If you ever come into my room and you hear me rambling the same thing over and over again, just know it's okay. I don't need help. I'm working. It's fine.
I love it. And then you mentioned something in your last answer, the moment before. I love that. Can you go into a little bit about that? Because that is such a masterclass moment. What is the moment before? What kind of work do you put into that? How does that go down?
Well, so with a scene, it's an isolated spot in time. This is like a thing happening here. But in real life, you had the moment before, which is like, okay, you're in this room now, but where were you before that? Because where you were before that could very much affect how you're feeling in this next scene, in the scene after that. So it's kind of a way of building up your character and creating his life, because as people, we have a bunch of history. I might react to something very differently than someone else would because of my history, and that's kind of the moment before. So by thinking about that, it really helps you develop your character more, I would say, like a deeper character.
Yes. So good. So good. So good. I love that. I remember that from acting class, and I haven't heard anybody talk about that since. So I was like, oh, ding, ding, ding. That's a great one. That your answer was so good. I just lost track of like everything I was about to ask you. I got so taken away. We need to talk about your new movie. So Burnouts, right? What is the one thing that you learned from Cobra Kai that you find yourself taking into this new process of filming Burnouts? And then also tell us about Burnouts.
Well, so Burnouts was actually, I went there, and this is a good lesson for like acting. I went there for 2 weeks. It filmed in Atlanta. I was on set for 1 day, and then they had lost funding, and so it got canceled completely. And so, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that can happen on set. I did another movie. It's not out yet. It's called Black Spines. I play a bully in that one. That one I was able, they had the full funding. But these were both kind of indie projects or independent films. And so with things like funding, it can be a little difficult for them. So you especially have to stay on your toes for that. It just kind of taught me to stay flexible. I mean, seriously, I filmed 1 day and then I sat in a hotel room for 2 weeks. I'm always prepared for anything. I bring my computer with me everywhere. I have a Minecraft world. I'm just playing Minecraft. The biggest lesson I would say for acting is that it's called hurry up and wait. Basically, most of the time with acting, you're just waiting to go on set. You know, it's crazy. Find hobbies to do to distract yourself.
Yes. Okay. Gianni, we have a little thing to bond over here, okay? Because when I was probably 19, I was driving back and forth from San Diego to LA to do auditions, because that was like when everything was in person, right? But I watched the lead in this indie film, and it was called Heartlands to Hollywood. And it was about like this girl from Kansas who has these big city dreams in Hollywood and moves there and finds herself in the entertainment industry. Same thing happened. We start filming and then we lost funding. And it is so disappointing. It's crazy. And we can be on set and doing this, and then the next day they're like, never mind. We can't do this anymore.
You got to be so flexible. You pour your heart and soul into a part, and then it's like, actually, never mind, go home. Well, wait, how far into filming did you get?
It wasn't that far. It was a couple weeks. But I guess that is kind of far.
I feel bad. That's super far. I only got 1 day in. I kind of got off scot-free for that one, honestly. But I did. My character in that, he kind of played the guitar, and until then, I had never even touched a guitar. So I spent, I want to say, a solid month just like drilling stuff, trying to get good enough for the camera. Which, I'm grateful for. I like the guitar now, but it's, it's one of those things.
Just add it to the resume,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I'm good enough to add it yet, but we'll see. Give me another year. I'll try.
I love it. Okay, so what is your next big project, your next big thing that you're working on?
I've got a couple of things coming up that I'm up for. I don't know if I can say necessarily.
Okay.
And then I'm also trying to get into the writing side of things. I really have a lot of stories that I'm enjoying and that I want to tell. So right now I'm working on a movie. I wrote 3 different pilots. I'm just trying to like drill my writing, trying to learn as much as I can.
That's amazing.
And the best advice I can give for that is to just write,
Yeah.
You don't want to get stuck on being like, no, this has to be perfect. Because it's not going to be perfect. It's a first draft. That's the whole point. So I'm just trying to learn like, okay, just write. I can edit it later. There's always a backspace. It's fine. That's what I'm kind of on right now.
What are like the genre? What are like the genre?
I've got one that's like, it's like a murder mystery sort of a thing. And then I have a couple of like lowbrow, goofy comedies. And then the movie I'm working on is kind of a buddy film. Kind of similar to like a Midnight Run, It's just these 2 guys it takes place over one night. These two guys trying to achieve a goal, a mutual goal together. We'll see. I'm about 10 pages into writing it.
Are you like picking out your Cobra Kai cast members to like play the different parts, or?
I have been times where I would like totally insert one of my co-stars in there. Paul Hauser, who plays Stingray in Cobra Kai, he's an amazing actor. I mean, he's done some insane stuff. He was in a TV show called Blackbird on Apple TV. He plays like this crazy guy that's in prison. He's so talented. But there were definitely a few parts where I'm like, oh my God, I could totally see Paul being this dude. It's just great to like know so many talented people. I can, steal them away. I'll use them. I'm not pay them either.
You're going to pay them in Crafty and PB&J's and the Crestivals.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. But they have to share one. They have to. It's not charity. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, cool. We just have a couple more questions for you. So this segment, we have a couple questions from the fans. So the fans knew that we were going to interview you. They're very excited. So we do have the first question. The username neo.from.the.matrix wants to know, was there any point in your acting career where you felt like giving up? And if so, how did you overcome that?
Definitely. I mean, there's going to be times where you're like, this isn't working out because, like I said, it is a long game. You got to play the long game. When I was going through my, like a huge growth spurt, I was like 14 or 15. And at that age, they really do look a lot for like people 18 or older to play those parts because they don't really age out. And when you're 18 or older, you can work longer and I'm bumping my camera. But when you're 18 or older, you can work longer and you don't need like school set school. And so I wasn't really going out on any auditions for like a year straight. And I was like, maybe this just isn't for me anymore. And then I got the audition for Cobra Kai and I was back at it. And so, I mean, seriously, if it's something that you love, you just don't want to give up. Stay in class or, make some short films of your own. Do some student shorts. Just keep at it because this is an art. We're doing it for fun. It's fun.
Yeah. That's such good advice. So one more, sparkling_Sammy. She said, if you could play another role in Cobra Kai, a different character, whose would it be and why?
Oh my God. I don't know. You know what? I gotta go with Stingray. I just have to. He's a really goofy sort of character. But like I said, Paul's amazing, so I don't think I could do it justice like him. But I really love the kind of goofy, funny parts. So yeah, Stingray.
Yeah.
Plus he's got a sweet little like mustache thing going on, or beard. I don't know. I can't grow that, so it'd be cool to have one.
You can rock that. I like that. That's fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see you are so fun and so funny, and I feel like you could definitely nail that character. Okay, last question for you. So our behind the scenes segment, we want to know your best, your juiciest, maybe never before told behind the scenes moment, whether it's a funny story, something that happened on set, off set. Tell us your best BTS moment.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, so on Cobra Kai, we do a bunch of fight scenes. We have an amazing stunt team, but we only have one stunt team. And we have a million fights that need to be blocked and rehearsed and filmed. So they are stretched super thin. So sometimes we don't get to rehearse until sometimes right before they call action. And for this final season, it's crazy. For this final season, we have an all-out brawl. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that's hasn't seen it yet, but we have an all-out brawl, and we had rehearsed it 3 different times because they kept rewriting it or redoing it. So up until we called action, we were rehearsing it, and I had been drilling it into my head so much that right before they called action, I wouldn't know what I was doing until my partner threw a punch or whatever, and then just by muscle memory, I was going. I was like, I don't know how I'm doing this, but I'm doing it. So yeah, that again, I think the theme here is stay flexible because in this industry, anything can happen. It's insane.
Oh, that's so funny. Go with the flow, right? We could all use a little bit more go with the flow. That's a great lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Gianni, for accompanying us today as our guest of honor on the Young Entertainment Podcast. Can you tell our guests where they can find you, follow you, all those things?
Yes. Just my first and last name, Gianni DeCenzo, on Instagram and TikTok. I am on there, so say hi to me, please. Be my friend.
Amazing. Be my friend. We all could use more friends. Thank you so much, everybody who has listened to this episode. I'm sure that you had such a blast, as did we. And don't forget to follow Young Entertainment on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And if you're an aspiring actor or actress and you want to learn how to get an acting agent, just like Gianni was talking about, make sure you go to our Instagram, go to the link in our bio, and we have a how to get an agent guide that you can download. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. And this has been the Young Entertainment Podcast.